It's time for Gardening Inside Out, a live show offering you plant advice for any space in your life. Introducing your perennial hosts, David Bates and Josh Carey.
Hey, and welcome in, everybody. It's Saturday morning. It's time for Gardening Inside Out, coming to you live here from the Bates Nursery and Garden Center and the Green Room Studios here in Bates Hollow. It's a little spooky in the hollow this morning with the fog laying over the top of us, but hey, everybody's going to be up and running today in just about an hour or so. Be able to come out here and visit.
Josh.
Hey, look at you, David.
Well, just don't spend too much time looking at each other.
Okay.
And we did have a version of you a couple weeks back.
I saw that.
You were looking a little peaky.
I've put on a few pounds since then, but
well, good. Well,
yeah.
I'm glad to hear that, and it was really good to see you, and glad we could all be here today.
Yes.
And we'll begin by doing what we usually do,
Okay.
and talking about the weather, and of course, we do have changes that are coming that
you ain't kidding.
everyone should be advised of. And there it is. Today is Saturday, the 8th of November.
Oof.
We're going to have a nice day today. It's been much like it's been in recent days. 71 for the high, 46 for the low, with some morning clouds, sunshine afternoon. Tomorrow we will have clouds, noticeably cooler temperatures, 47 for the high temperature, 28 for the low. And it's just the way it is. Monday, colder still. We won't make 40 degrees on Monday. 39, 24 for the overnight low for Monday night, Tuesday morning. And Tuesday it'll be 50, 41. 65, 38, so temperatures begin to come back. 65, 45, 71, 54. So all in all, it is a seasonal forecast. We are getting reintroduced to the concept of what is to come, and that is winter. We've not really had enough cold weather to be able to fully appreciate it. There are many areas that have not even had a frost yet. So this having a hard freeze off the get-go is one of the things that folks are going to want to be mindful of that probably have questions about. Let's look at the radar, and no real rain in the area. We did have some yesterday, and maybe a little discussion about that, some experiences of the light show that came with that. Renee was driving from Franklin during all that, so it was a pretty interesting ride for her. She was pretty concerned because it got really black before it got dark. So anyway, all clear here in the Mid-South, a little bit up in the upper Midwest and down to South Georgia, Florida, in the Northeast. But other than that, it's pretty mild conditions. We're going to look at the precipitation outlook for the upcoming 6 to 10 days. Is going to be right here in Tennessee, pretty much normal. So we'll likely get some rain, just not a lot. Fortunately, we're in good shape moisture-wise at the current time because we have gotten several good downpours, including yesterday. And our weather station has died, so we're not going to that. Go ahead to replace that this week. So again, currently it is 56 degrees here, live from the Green Room at Bates Nursery and Garden Center in Nashville, Tennessee, and we're glad to have you back, Josh.
Well,
we're also glad to have our cast of characters here.
Yes.
And we do not use that term loosely. We've got not just characters, but expert characters. Caroline Gant, Austin Lowen, welcome in, guys. We're really glad to have you today.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It's great to be here.
As always.
It's a foggy, spooky morning this morning. It's hard to see driving
it's a
in.
transitional kind of day. Also want to acknowledge the guy that makes it all happen, Tyler Blankenship. Good morning, Tyler.
Yeah.
There you go, ready with the camera. He is on it this morning.
Except my mic.
So close.
I had the camera queued up and ready to go this time. Good
There's
morning,
a lot
everybody.
of buttons to keep in mind on the lead into the show. So, Caroline and Austin, what you got in mind for this week? I mean, I know it's been, another things come in. We're preparing for this change in the weather. So I know that affects you both and, our staff as a whole.
Yeah,
It does. Yeah.
I think that was kind of one of the biggest things this week, and that is preparing for what's coming up here in the next couple days, which is our first, not just frost, but freeze event that is going to happen. So there's been tons of questions about that. When can I plant? And what, a lot of people are like, when should I cover up my stuff? Should I do this stuff? So lots of questions about that. I'm sure we'll get that today.
Oh, we do have quite a few.
So that's a good topic because it's relevant and it is happening, but it is also very normal.
It's very normal.
I mean, we have to have winter, right?
Yeah.
And this is
plants
the
will
start
go
of it.
dormant.
We don't have to.
Yeah. I wish we didn't have to, but Josh, we do, man.
I don't know. I kind of like it.
I mean, it's time. It's time for the long johns. It's time
If we
for the
didn't
long
have winter,
sleeves.
we would have to garden year round and we would all just die of
That's a good
exhaustion.
point, Caroline. That's a real good point. We're kind of, I mean, honestly, I'm ready for the things to start dropping, ready for dormancy. I'm ready for that a little bit.
Yeah.
I know probably 2 or 3 months from now, I'll be like, okay, I'm done with this. It's time for spring.
Yeah. Towards mid-January, I'm pretty done. But I still have not brought in all my house plants, so it's going to be a scramble to get them all in.
Caroline,
Every year, I do
better
this to
get on
myself.
that, man. This ain't no joke. 28 and 25 for 2 nights in a row is no joke.
I'll get them in. I've brought in about half of them, so
Okay.
we got
It's a good start.
probably 30 more out there.
Wow. I got about 12 I think I got to get in. But that's got to happen either tonight or tomorrow night. People, you got to get going
Got to
on
get
it.
those houseplants in if you haven't done it already. Now is the time. I did send reminder texts to some of my friends who I know have houseplants outside, and I said, you better get them in.
Yep.
And they said, thank you. I would have forgotten. And they all would have died.
Most definitely. And on the radio this morning, I was listening, they were talking about like when to put out the Christmas stuff. And, do you do it before Thanksgiving? Do you do it after Thanksgiving? People are starting to get going. Josh has already got his Hollywood hype mug.
Oh,
look
wow.
at
Look at
that.
you, Josh.
Because I choose to.
That's
they
just what it
forced
came in.
it upon me at the coffee store this
Well,
week.
that's okay. People are making that switch. We're kind of making the switch here at the nursery. And I speak of this because yesterday we received our balled and burlapped Christmas trees.
That's right. And
For
you
the
were
wintertime.
so excited when you saw that trailer pull around.
I was so excited. Yeah, it started to rain immediately as that truck got in here.
And
But it
as
was
if those root balls aren't heavy enough.
Exactly.
Oh, get them good and wet.
Oh, they got him real wet. Me and Pedro were back there on the truck. I love unloading the truck with Pedro. What a
Pedro is
guy.
the best.
He's been here, 24, 25 years, something like that, and just understands the nursery game. And we unloaded it about as efficiently as you could.
Yep.
Lots of hands working on it, but we got them all stood up. They're all up in the back, priced, and everything's good. So if you want your balled and burlap Christmas tree, it's time to come out and see them. They are fresh and new. They look great.
Where'd it come from?
Came from McDowell Nursery, which is out of McMinnville.
Wow,
Campbell.
look at that.
Just a good
up
old
the road
boy
from
driving
here.
a flatbed trailer, just stopping on by.
Up on Highway 8 in Sequatchie County.
All right.
And many times over the last 60 years.
Do they still grow them in North Carolina, in Western North Carolina?
Oh, Lord, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought so, yeah. Okay.
But you're mostly going to find cut
trees?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yes, in those areas.
I've seen some really cool videos of them cutting trees on like the side of a mountain and a helicopter like taking them down.
What?
Yeah, no joke, cool. Like you can't get vehicles up there. Yeah. So they come with a helicopter and they bring the Christmas trees down. It's big business out there. Hey, support your local Christmas tree farmers, okay?
There you go.
It's a long haul process with Christmas trees, and those guys are doing it.
And as you've
Seems
already
wild.
indicated, we don't sell cut trees here. We only sell living trees. So, and they're about the same money as a cut tree. So you can get double duty out of it. You just need to be thinking about where you're going to plant that thing
Trust me,
for Christmas.
you will. Just because it's little now. My mother and father
And-
had 3 of them in their yard that ended up being about 30 feet tall.
Oh.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean the main Christmas, or really the only Christmas trees really that we sell is going to be Eastern White Pine. It's going to be Canadian Hemlock,
Okay.
and it's going to be Norway Spruce. Those are the 3 big ones that really live well around here. And like David said, they come with roots. Well, they ain't been cut. You ain't got to burn them after Christmas
They
season.
ain't been cut.
No, you can throw them in the yard.
Throw them in the woods.
Don't throw them in
After
the
that.
woods, Caroline. Throw them in the yard.
Throw them in the lake.
Don't throw them in the lake either, Josh.
Why would you throw them in the lake?
Fish structure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh,
Fish
okay.
houses.
Bluegill low.
Yeah.
So we'll be talking a lot more about how long you keep them in the house. Just because we have them now, and just because you might take them home, not mean that you can put them in the house right now. You have a different set of parameters for a living tree as opposed to a cut tree, or as it's known in the industry. The cut trees are known as live trees. The living trees are the ones that have a root ball on them or a container. So you're going to want to use a different set of rules that really should only be in the house about a week.
Right.
So that means if you get it now, you're going to have to be maintaining it at your residence for a while. So just be mindful of all of those different little things that you need to be thinking about in the lead up to Christmas and the planting of it thereafter.
Yes, my daughters decided that they were going to install their Pinus plasticus this weekend. This weekend. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Grandma would be aghast, girls. Trust me.
Uh-oh.
You couldn't do it. It was bad luck, and you had to do it after Thanksgiving.
It is a little
You had to
early.
be out, after Thanksgiving, and you had to have it down by New Year's Day. So keep that in mind.
On my way home from work yesterday, my road was lit up with people's Christmas lights and Christmas trees on their windows. And it was already dark. Shocking.
Shocking. It did
Sounds
get
like
dark
they're
yesterday.
doing it when the time changes now.
It seems to be. It's happening earlier and earlier every year.
Yeah.
It's true. But y'all, we got so many questions.
Good.
And we're going to talk about Christmas trees for the next 2 months. So let's go ahead and get to these questions. We're going to start with just questions about the freeze because, like you said, Austin, we got quite a few in. For Monday's 22 degrees, do you think turning buckets upside down over potted plants will protect them?
It really depends on the plant and what is potted. Okay, so we need to get into dormancy. This is the time for this to happen. It's the start of winter. Every single year, we get our first frost/freeze. This year, we didn't really get a frost too much. It's going to go kind of straight to that freeze. So, David talks about all the time, plants in pots are above the ground. They're going to be more susceptible to cold weather. So we need to know what it is. I mean, if we're talking about like a gardenia or something in a pot, like maybe it's like covering it is not going to do much, y'all. It's still going to feel that temperature. So maybe like a move in to a garage or something. But if you got like, a dense yew or something or a boxwood in a pot, just leave that thing out there. Like it's going to be fine with the cold weather. Like we don't really see damage on a lot of our plants until you start to see temps lower than like 10. So we're only 25, 28, whatever it is, coming up. That's not that bad. That's the start of winter, okay?
And that is, of course, providing that the plants have hardened off properly. And I think you alluded to that in the fact that we haven't had a lot of frost and freezes. Just some areas have had nothing at all.
Yeah.
So if you're in question at all, and I talk about this a lot, it seems counterintuitive, water the plant thoroughly before you do whatever cover or moving it. Dryness is the enemy of cold temperatures. So, if you want to go into cold weather, and particularly when we get down into the winter-like temperatures of 10 degrees, but for those plants that are not acclimated to that, we're going to have a radical change this weekend. You can have some damage on things. So make sure they're watered thoroughly. They don't want to go into a cold spell dry.
Yep. Exactly. And I think what David definitely is alluding to is that like what he's saying is that if you have new growth a little bit on plants, which this does happen in the fall. We've had an extended fall. I'm going to talk about that here in a minute, but we've had warmer temperatures later into the season. So some of those plants have shot a little bit of new growth in this fall, okay? So that's very tender, very susceptible to cold temps. What you're going to see is damage on that part of the plant, whereas below that, on the older foliage that has been emerged all the way since spring, is going to be totally fine and not be damaged by that. But if you do have new growth on some things, let's talk about boxwood. Boxwood does shoot a little bit of new growth late in the season, so there's some tender green foliage above the old foliage. That's probably going to be damaged. Is the whole plant going to die? No. But you're going to see a little bit of that.
But it'll be okay.
It's okay.
It'll be just fine. All right. Are plants in plastic pots better off on concrete or on the ground if they're staying outside for the winter?
I highly doubt there's much of a temperature difference. I mean, What do you think? I don't know. Maybe grass would hold maybe 1 degree. I don't know.
Yeah, if they're on the ground near the house, it's going to certainly be warmer than it is on the driveway, if that's where the concrete is, or out on the edge of the patio. So, the proximity that they are to a structure could make a difference. However, you likely are dealing with things that are, you're mitigating the immediate circumstances. Is this where you're going to leave them over the winter? Because this problem is only going to get worse. Right. So if it's something that you're going to winter over that can actually take the cold, Austin's already mentioned yews or other conifers that are, or deciduous things that may be in pots. They're very adept at handling cold temperature. So once they're hardened off, it should not be a problem. It really won't be unless it's just extreme cold. But other than that, it's not, like you said, it's not going to make a whole lot of difference.
Well, and a ceramic pot might be marginally different than a plastic pot, but I wouldn't think so.
It might have some insulating value that a plastic container doesn't have. It's going to the temperature exchange is going to transfer much more rapidly in a plastic container than it would be in something more substantial.
And we may not even see, the potted part of it is maybe not even worth talking about because at that temperature, for the amount of time, what do y'all think? Do you think that the pot would even freeze? I'm not even sure that would happen. I mean, we
shouldn't be enough hours below freezing for that to occur.
No.
But if they are pots that are not designed to be 4-season type of pots that are have a glazing all over them that protects them from
or bird baths.
Well, these porous materials can absorb moisture if they're not protected properly, or if they don't have a ceramic baked on finish and a painted on finish on the inside that prevents them from absorbing moisture. Freeze and thaw still occurs. So most of your clay pots are most susceptible because they don't typically have a finish on them. They're just clay.
Yeah. And let's be real too. Every single year that I've worked here at the nursery over the wintertime, you could go out to say like our tree lot where we keep our deciduous trees typically. Like you can go out there and just whenever it's real bad, like the pots will freeze. The roots will be frozen. You can kick those things and they're like rocks. Okay. Well, what do? It gets warmer, they thaw out, and the plant is just fine. Totally fine for the roots to freeze like that. But you're not going to see damage on that typically unless it's just like a less cold hardy plant or whatever.
Yeah, and so that people understand, we, as you already alluded to, Austin and Caroline, this week that we stay apprised of the upcoming weather changes. So before we're going to go into an extreme cold period, we always make sure that we irrigate thoroughly before that freeze occurs. You want the root system to go into it wet. That way, when it freezes, those voids that are the air pockets in there have been filled with water instead of it just being air. So the exchange of temperature between warmer to colder is reduced greatly. So you minimize whatever damage. Gardening is not a maintenance-free type thing, and if you are apprised of no, it's not
shocking.
So if you're apprised of the parameters that exist within your particular situation, you're going to be okay with it. It's going to work out fine. Those are the same things we work with. We just got a little bit invested in it, so it really behooves us to be ahead of the curve on that, and it behooves you as a homeowner as well. You just don't have quite as much on the line.
No.
That's right. And our last question so far about the freeze coming up, best thing to use to protect plants from frost and how to secure.
The best thing.
Frost cloth, we have that.
Yeah, but we don't really want to.
Maybe they're talking about like cold crops. Like
maybe
Tyler
like that.
uses frost cloth, I believe, on some of his cold crops that he grows.
He does.
Yes, he does. There's that voice of an angel over there. Where's the Tyler cam, though?
He does. I'm not going to switch it just for 2 words.
Okay, I thought maybe you'd talk about it.
Okay. So
you want me to?
Well, that might be the only kind of plants that we would think about protecting a little bit. That's going to be our food crops. Okay. That's those things you want to eat. All right. We do want to extend that into the season. Yeah. We do have 2 nights of 20-degree temperatures, but then later on in the week, we're like mid 60s again. So like there's still plenty of time for those plants to keep growing, and we do need to protect those. Your landscape ornamental type stuff, we need to let them go dormant. Don't worry so much about covering any of that stuff up. But yes, Tyler is one that certainly grows his leafy greens and he loves his food. And he's going to want to protect those.
All right, I'm going to talk about it.
Do it, Tyler. We went to Tyler Camp. He's up.
I built these frames that go over my raised beds. They're made out of the electrical metal conduit, and they are galvanized so they can survive the elements rather than a couple seasons like your typical white Schedule 40 PVC. So I use a combination of insect mesh netting in the spring and the summer to protect from insects, but this time of year I don't really have to worry about that as much. It is the frost, so I use frost cloth. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to take the cloth, put it over the frame, and let the little babies not get frost damage. I'm not necessarily introducing any kind of heating element, which I don't think would be necessary with this. I mean, the soil temperature is still going to be higher than the air temperature, and that's going to provide some insulation as well. But eventually, I might need to see myself doing that if I'm actually trying to keep my kale and lettuce and whatnot alive, through like December, January.
Yes.
But I might just pull it all out and not mess with it.
I will harvest. Is what
I was about to say, you could just harvest.
An alternate thing, and you went for a more permanent installation, which certainly works. But if you're looking for something that's temporary that you can seasonally set up and take down, PVC pipe is not a bad choice for that. You can take the little short, have some conduit cut that is short stubs that you drive into the ground, but leave them sticking up maybe 6 inches, and then insert a smaller PVC pipe that's pre-cut into it. And then you can just throw a frost cloth over the top of that.
A lot easier to bend too, Tyler, if you think about that.
Well, I use the elbow connectors.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Those are very helpful. And I thought real quick, I think that it's really good and worth noting that you need that. You don't want your frost cloth right on top of the foliage of the plants.
No
okay?
direct contact.
We really want that above that. Air is actually a very good insulator. So you have your frost cloth, a layer of air, and then your plants, and that's going to be the best bet on keeping them going.
You never want plastic to touch directly.
Don't even use plastic.
No.
Yeah.
The frost cloth is, a bit more insulating, but if you use plastic over the top of it, even if it's just in the overnight hours and it touches the foliage, it's going to burn where it touches.
And it's also going to condense on the inside. You're going to get water on top of it, and then that's going to freeze, and then everything else is gone. But you know what is most important in this situation, David Bates? It would be the earth mix underneath the bottom of these plants, regardless of it's 40 degrees or minus 40 degrees. You need to have earth mix in.
Well, I'm not sure the earth mix overcomes minus 40.
We don't know. We just don't know. I think it would.
Unless you're planting zone 2 plants, then yes, it could make a difference. But we don't live in zone 2. We live here in Middle Tennessee as in zone 7B, as the current reassignment is. We fluctuate a little bit, but be that as it may, if you're going to grow plants and do your very best with it, Earth Mix Garden Products is the product for you. It is the product that utilizes all the best things Mother Nature naturally offers. In Earth Mix Supernatural, which is kind of the base of many of the Earth Mix products, and it is a standalone product on its own. Only the best locally sourced organic materials are used. It has no chemical additives to it. It only uses elemental sulfur, endo and ectomycorrhiza fungi, and humic acid. And what those do is give what nature already provides in greater abundance to help achieve the optimal growing experience. So whether you're using Supernatural, Earth Mix Garden, Proganics O, Landscape, all of those products bring those values forward through the incorporation of Earth Mix Supernatural into those other products. So those are all done right here in Nashville, Tennessee, and the entire process is carefully monitored in small batches to ensure that what you buy one time, whether it's in a bag or a super sack or by the scoop, it's the same product you're going to get the next time. So there's no deviation from one batch to the next. The other products, such as Magic, the mushroom compost, Viragra, which is the worm castings, and all the other things that we offer, including Proganics Eye, which is something that Caroline will frequently recommend because she works in the tropicals, and that is the professional organic indoor mix. There's no peat in any of these products. We really think that using coconut coir is a more sustainable and a better alternative to peat moss. Not the least of which the reasons is that you don't get those annoying fungus gnats. They're not really injurious to the plants, but they are annoying. So
boy.
you want to avoid that and have the most optimal growing conditions that you can possibly provide. Check out any one of the Earth Mix garden products. And the great thing about them is, Josh, they are available all over.
Everywhere.
If you just click on the Find Earth Mix tab at earthmix.net, and you'll see all of the many pins out there, color-coded by, I'm going to say it's a collegiate dominance in each area. Crimson red for Alabama. You have the volunteer orange throughout Tennessee, and of course Wildcat blue. And I'm not really sure what the colors are out in Colorado, but over there,
Brown.
Rocky Mountain,
I think it was the Nuggets,
Brown.
wasn't it?
The Nuggets.
maybe
No,
That's the
Nuggets?
Rocky
Buffalo.
Mountain Trees and Landscaping, a great vendor of Earth Mix garden products out west. So, and we really are committed to having more vendors
the Buffaloes.
over a greater area coming soon. And Gabrielle Roto was in a couple of weeks ago on the show. We really enjoyed having her, and she's the brand representative for Earth Mix.
She did a great job on the show.
So,
Yes, she did.
no matter what you're trying to grow, there is a mix and a blend that is specifically for that purpose. So, there's something you like to say about this time, don't you, Josh?
I love to say things about Earth Mix, but it takes 4 things to have a happy garden or a landscape:
Yeah.
sunshine, water,
Mhm.
plants, and Earth Mix.
Yes.
Gosh, I missed that.
I thought it was great.
Awesome.
The magic is with you.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Okay.
Oh, Pam Eldridge, I am so jealous. She's in Bend, Oregon on her way home. It is the most beautiful place on the planet.
Bam.
Awesome. The air smells great in Bend, Oregon.
Bend, Oregon
yeah.
is a beautiful place.
Awesome.
I agree with you on that.
Mhm.
Particularly in the summer
Oh.
and early fall, it's that Chamber of Commerce weather. I mean,
Oh.
it's,
They crack the door on the airplane and you just smell pine trees as soon as it amazing.
I love that smell.
probably more fir than pine, but yes.
The green.
But something good and green.
Either way. What else is not good in green right now?
But maybe good, but colorful?
Yeah, huh? Maybe.
Uh-huh.
Tyler, hit the button, man.
Here's Austin's segment that he hasn't come up with a name with yet, but I'm trying to make a jingle for because he wants to talk about things that live really good, but also give his facts and the greatest of all time.
Perfect.
Okay.
Now go.
That was perfect. Okay. Like Tyler said, we haven't come up with a new jingle yet. We're getting there. Okay. But we're going to go on a different route today. This is going to be fall color round 2. Okay.
He didn't tell me about that.
Yeah. It's okay, Tyler. It's okay, man. You said I was going to give him
What voice is
info.
that you're doing, by the way?
That's Mr. Bill, David. Come on.
It's my falsetto.
Oh, Tyler. Love you. But anyway, this is a fall color round 2. So I did a fall color thing like 2 weeks ago, but this is going to be the week of like the things you don't think about with fall color. Y'all, we've had a weird year, okay? Our season has extended later than usual. So we are seeing some things that have fall color this year that we don't necessarily get to see, okay? And I'm loving it. There's fall color all over the place.
You're right.
So let's just go in on it. Let's going to start with something crazy, man. What about daylily?
Ah.
Oh, Daylilies bloom for a long time in the summer. We don't ever think about their fall color. We brought in daylily into the studio. Caroline's going to tell you all about them here soon, but they are bright yellow right now, and you don't even think about it. Bridge was a little upset with me.
Bridget said, "Don't drop my name."
She did.
Bridget.
She's not so much into daylily. That's okay. I'm not necessarily either. But when it comes to fall color this year, they've been nice. But speaking of Bridge, her grasses, okay? Her grass department is absolute money right now.
Glowing.
All over the place. We brought in a lot of them into the studio today. One specifically that caught my eye was a maiden grass yesterday called Adagio. Wow. What about its fall color? You got to come out and check these things out. They're in full bloom, but they're also fall color down below, like money power, okay? Those are great. Switchgrass the same way at my house, my Northwind switchgrass, the best, just such good fall color. Love those. Those are nice. Okay, hey, Spirea and Barberry. Yep. They're real close to each other on our lot, and you don't even think about it. You think about them as Barberry is just like foliage color. You think about Spirea as a summer bloomer, but if they hold on long enough in the fall, their fall color is really nice. You ought to come out and see them today. Caroline, your crossvine, you brought it in the vine. You brought it in the green room today. It's looking good. It's got those maroon, those purple, those reddish tones and green tones.
It's so pretty. And there was really a mishap with mine at home.
There was a mishap. You can tell us about it.
I will not have fall color on mine this year.
It's okay. You'll tell us all about it in a minute. Oh.
It's worse.
It's worse than that. It's a sad, sad topic. It's okay.
That's okay.
But the crossvine in the room looks fantastic.
It's much better than mine.
Okay. Hey, junipers. We think of junipers as very hardy evergreens that are kind of sprawly, some ground covers, some large growing. There's a lot of them that have excellent fall color. Brought some of those into the studio today. Caroline will tell you about that as well soon. Junipers, what a great plant. Deciduous holly. What do y'all know about deciduous holly? We all think about pokey old hollies that you use as hedges or whatever.
Pokey old hollies.
There's deciduous hollies out there, ones that drop their leaves and they give you these red berries that persist, sometimes golden berries that persist through the wintertime. Great for the birds, a native. And this year, their yellow fall color is stunning, like really, really deep yellow. Great fall color. We brought some viburnums into the room today. Viburnums are extremely hardy shrubs. They get large quick. And if they last long enough, they've got great fall color. Got some of those in here as well, looking great. I've got a couple in the yard looking really nice this year. Panicle hydrangeas. I shot a video the other day of my quick-fire panicle hydrangea. It's a tree form. Caroline put it up on our socials. Check it out. It's got money fall color this year. I've never seen it like this. Anywhere from yellow to orange to reds. Still some greens working in there. Panicle hydrangeas have been great this year with their fall color. All right. Redbuds and dogwoods. All right.
There you go.
We think of those as flowering trees in the spring. I get it. They're beautiful. Redbuds never really have good fall color. This year, they're holding on long enough to have some yellow fall color, which is fantastic. Dogwoods always have good fall color. You just don't think about it that much because they're such a beautiful flowering plant. But the red maroon fall color on dogwoods this year is money. Bald cypress, state tree of Louisiana, sending them knees up out the swamp. What you know? They're beautiful. Yeah, they are.
Oh.
Okay.
Sending them knees out the swamp, Josh. You get it. Uh-huh. Gosh, they're beautiful this year.
They are.
There's one right up real close to the nursery, right up the road up here that's big. It's a 40, 50 footer, gotta be. And it is just a beautiful orangish, like the sun hits it
Just
right.
glowing,
beautiful, beautiful plant. It's a deciduous conifer. Think about that. It's a cone-bearing plant that drops its foliage. Very, very rare. There's only 3 that I'm aware of that live in the United States. Okay, Quonset cherry. Cherries usually drop their leaves earlier than any tree around here, specifically Yoshino. But Quonset cherry holds onto its leaves a little bit longer, and it's got excellent fall color this year. Peach trees.
Peach trees.
Yo, peach trees. Yeah, they're beautiful flowering trees in the spring. They give you fruit in the summer if you're lucky. And this time of year, they are glowing with fall color. On our tree lot right now, our peaches may be the prettiest fall color show back there right now. And you never even think about it, okay? Huh. And then let's go to the goat. Let's go to the goat.
What's it going to be?
A fall color, if you're lucky enough to get it, this is going to be the most quintessential summer flowering plant in Middle Tennessee, your crepe myrtles. Y'all, the crepe myrtle show this year is spectacular. Have y'all seen them? Look, not all crepe myrtles have a great fall color, but some of them do. Specific varieties. We brought in one called a coma today, and it's showing off right now, but there are some around town that I cannot even explain to you. The yellow, the orange, the red, that is all amongst the foliage, and they're keeping their foliage longer this year because we have not had that freeze. After Sunday night, you're probably not going to see them anymore, so live it up for the crepe myrtles this year. Go out there and just grab on them.
You got
Climb 'em.
48 hours.
Grab on them.
Grab on them. I don't know why I said
Grab
that.
up on.
When you're done with watching this show, go grab up on those
Grab them on the crepe myrtles and love them for a couple more days because the fall color is excellent. You don't always get that. So
Mine had
enjoy it
leaves
this
yesterday.
year.
Not this morning.
Really?
Yep.
All gone.
Blew them off.
Yep.
Blew 'em off
It
right
happens, you know. The rain and the wind, who knows if it's going to knock them off. But really, the crepe myrtles have been excellent this year. And that's what's going on for round 2 fall color. Thank you all for the time.
Now, this is
Thank
the
you for
first
that.
year that I can
Hey,
recall.
Austin, I'm just
Go ahead.
wondering if any of our viewers today can come up with those other 2 deciduous conifers that you.
Oh, yes.
I think that's a good little question. If anybody wants to put that in the comments down below, there are only 2 others that I know.
I know
of.
one.
Uh-huh. You know one of them, Josh?
I know one of them.
Oh, I know you know because you got one, don't you?
Yeah, and this is the very first year that I can recall that I had my autumn blaze and this particular tree turning at the same time.
Yes.
Usually the deciduous conifer is much later in the season, but
Uh-huh.
now I've got bronzing on and red.
Oh, there's a good hint.
Glorious red.
There's a good hint. I think this is a great idea, David. Y'all in the comments, what are the
Very
other 2
good.
deciduous conifers? One actually doesn't even really live here in the mid-state all that
No,
much
it's
at all.
It's we're a little far south.
Uh-huh, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
But the other one that Josh has that he's talking about lives just fine here.
You're
Boy,
quizzing
does
everybody.
it live well here.
And it's one of those plants that's easily confused with the one you mentioned.
Exactly. Well, these are
What
some
could
great
it be?
hints.
All right, while we're waiting on that, we did get a live comment in from Essence. Good
The
morning,
herbal
Essence.
Essence.
And speaking of fall color, Essence says, morning, y'all. So pumped that my little ginkgo turned the gorgeous yellow before the crazy wind and freeze coming.
Mine didn't turn
Best
at all
thing
again.
ever.
No.
Oh, really?
Nope.
Mine
I got
hasn't.
2 of them. I'll have to check them out this morning.
Maybe. And then she says, I am so happy the leaves held through the storms.
Still,
Huh? Great. Essence, I remember you getting that thing. I was like, you got to have this because it's beautiful. I have one at the house. I think it's the same variety you bought, actually. And it has just started, not just started, actually, over 2 days of yellowing. And then this morning, it held its leaves as well. And they are going a really pretty yellow. Essence, let's enjoy them for 2 more days.
yes, because
Pretty sure that's all we got.
yeah, last year you told me not to feed them, not to love on them too much, just let them go. And that's what I did. So I'll have to check it out myself.
I bet yours are starting. At least, yeah. Most ginkgos
little
around
bit.
town are very much going to be yellow. But the bad thing about ginkgo is that it does not take a freeze very well on the foliage. So it can be full yellow and then they go to mush.
That's what happened to yours last year.
Thanks, Caroline.
You were livid.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me. Makes me
Well,
happy.
we're all about plants here. You know,
Yep.
sometimes
It's a good
we have
point.
to bring up our sadness.
Sometimes it's
Talk
good,
about it.
sometimes it's bad. Essence, you're
That's
doing
right.
great. You're always doing great.
Yeah,
We love
buddy.
you.
Hey, we got a comment from James about that question.
Hey,
Larch
James.
and Dawn Redwood.
Dang, James, you on it,
Bing,
dude.
bing. Way to go, James.
Yes. We got to give James something free.
James, you're our winner.
Yeah, Tyler. Who was that
Come
guy?
in and-
Spooky Boys
come
came
in and
back.
Give him a free bag of Earth Mix.
Oh, okay.
James.
Hey, James, come on in.
If you live near the nursery.
James,
Yeah.
do you live here?
Yeah, James,
Even
where are
if
you from?
Don't live near. You can still come in and get it. So.
That's right.
That's right.
It's
Take
worth
a
the
little road
drive
trip
from anywhere.
From
We all
anywhere.
know
From
that.
California, Oregon. Come on down. Mm-hmm. Drive on over. All right, let me pull the questions up. Here we go. When should we trim our oaks?
Oaks.
Oaks.
What we trimming oaks for?
I trim oaks all the time, Austin.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you? What?
What kind of oaks are you trimming?
I actually don't know which one this is.
Tyler.
It's really tall and it's kind of annoying because it was planted in between a neighbor strip and it is overflowing the boundaries, if you know what I mean. And
got
that
you.
is why I'm cutting it. It's growing over the neighbor's driveway. This is not my house.
Yeah.
And it grows so fast per year that you have to keep on top of it. So I'd usually do a kind of spring pruning, like late winter.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with removing lower limbs or branches that are growing where you really don't want them over a sidewalk or encroaching in another area. But I think what Austin was referring to is, don't be, really need to be cutting them back from the top. They're
Kind of hard to do.
Yeah.
they're a naturally symmetrical tree, so you tend to ruin that beautiful, the form that they typically have without doing anything else to them. But removing lower branches is frequently necessary because they do tend to crouch down towards the ground and it's hard to walk under.
Yes, most definitely. And honestly, oaks are such hardy, long-lived, just good, solid trees. Like, I almost don't care what time of year you decided to go out and cut. It would probably be fine. We always prefer dormancy. So, I mean, definitely during the winter, like Tyler said, right before spring emergence is fine. But they're such hardy plants that you are honestly not going to do any damage if they're established. You know what I mean?
I have a massive one.
Do you?
Oh, yeah.
Is it beautiful right now?
It's pretty.
Like fall color beautiful?
Yeah, it's just very big and on its way out.
Oh.
It's that one, if you stand underneath, you might die because
Oh.
a big old branch might fall on your head.
Well, don't go up underneath that thing, Caroline.
I won't.
Especially in a windy day.
I worry about my lawn man, but it's okay.
He's okay. But if you needed an oak tree,
Where would you go?
where would you go?
I know where I would go. I would go
Well,
to
you know,
3810 Whites Creek Pike.
We
It's just
don't have to
0.9
go,
miles north of Briley Parkway at exit 19.
We're
It's-
already here, Josh.
well, that's right. Okay.
This is Bates Nursery and Garden
It
Center.
is.
That's where the broadcast from the green room is located, and where all these plants you see on the screen there are residing, but only temporarily.
Yep.
We'd like for them to have an opportunity to live at your home, and they will, because we have the best selection of plant material. We have the absolute optimum expertise. You're not going to come out here and get a dumb look. I mean,
I don't work here.
You might interpret it as a dumb look, but it's really, we're contemplating for a moment. Maybe, there are questions that not everybody knows the answers to. We have two-way radios, so we exchange a lot of information over those. But more than likely, since we deal with this every day, and this is all we deal with, we're going to have an answer to help you get the right plants in the right place the first time. That's the way we do it at Bates Nursery and Garden Center. You already heard us talking about how we stay apprised of the weather and the changes ahead, and you can be assured that we're going to make all those changes that are required to give our plants the optimum opportunity to get through without any harm coming to them. So the things we have out on our lot are going to be just fine, because this is all we do. We don't dabble in other things, Josh. We just do horticulture 365 days a year. And right now we're open 7 days a week. We've just got a couple more Sundays of that, this tomorrow and the next being our last Sunday. We're open from 9 until 4 o'clock, Monday through Saturday, noon to 4 on Sunday, and that's this coming Sunday and the Sunday following. So we invite you to come out and see us. Bring photographs on your tablet or your phone along with us. That helps give us insight into your unique landscape situation and assure that you do get those right plants in the right place the first time. We have the ability to cover pretty much the entire spectrum of growing conditions, be it sun, shade, a dry spot, maybe it's a little wet. We have the ability to be able to advise you on things that you should and should not consider, but to give you options. And we have lots of options. So come out and see us. We have been beautifying Nashville since 1932. My grandmother started this business way back in the day, and we're working hard every day to continue that tradition in her honor and as a grateful part of the Nashville, Middle Tennessee community. And as you already mentioned, Josh, no matter where you're coming from, it is worth the drive. We have things that are not available anywhere else. So do what those who make that trip do and come see us. We're conveniently located 1 mile north of Briley Parkway at exit 19 on Whites Creek Pike, and that's just minutes from Rivergate, Opry Mills, Nashville West, downtown Nashville. And no matter where you're coming from, it is worth the drive. Beautifying Nashville since 1932, Bates Nursery and Garden Center.
Yes.
Yes.
And I am very eager to see what this fall color in this room is about.
Are you now?
I'm ready. Tyler?
What's in room with Caroline?
Let's go to Caroline.
Yeah.
There we go.
Tyler. All right. So Austin's already talked about it a little bit, but we brought in things that are giving us fall color this year that you don't typically think about when it comes to fall color. Like Japanese maple, you always think about that.
Caroline, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I want to commend Austin for not stealing your thunder. And because it was very tempting to be talking about the plants right in front of him and not pointing them out. So
He didn't do it.
Good on you, Austin.
Yep.
No problem.
Proud of you.
It's
Thank
Caroline's
you.
segment.
That's right.
Go get it.
Don't you try to touch it.
I would never.
All right, let's talk about what we have in the corners. So this is going to be Arrowwood Viburnum. This is what? Blue Muffin?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cute. One of these in here must be the one behind David, has the little blue berries on it.
Mm-hmm.
And you probably can't see it because it's blending in with the wall, and they are very, very tiny. But I saw these. They are throwing some really good fall color, especially this one above me. You can see the red on those really, really long stems up top. So these were just sticking out in the Batesterium. I saw them and I said, we've got to have them. And then next to that, we've got Tangerine Beauty Crossvine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, it's starting to turn that purple color as the temperatures drop. It starts to get darker. It's one of my favorite plants, and I'll talk about what happened to mine a little bit later.
We will soon have a couple at Casa Bates.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to take the roses out and go with those crossvine, which of course, well, Caroline, at least you and I love them.
I do. I love them so much. And under the TV, we've got Popcorn Viburnum. This is one that I have in a pot, actually, and I was not good at watering it through the summer, so it does not currently have any leaves, so I have no fall color.
That's okay.
But it is still alive and doing
Gorgeous.
okay. Yeah, the red on these, Austin picked those out. He said, Caroline, look. Let's get them. And I said, all right, throw them on the cart. And we'll go ahead and move to what's in front of us. So Austin already talked about crepe myrtle. We've got kind of a spilly, what is the word? Weeping crepe myrtle down on the floor in front of both Austin and Josh. This is going to be a coma crepe myrtle.
That's a crepe myrtle.
That's a crepe myrtle.
See?
Look at that.
See? I told you. Uh-huh. You don't think
Stop.
about it. That's a crepe myrtle.
Josh might have to take
And,
one home.
Just for reference, Austin, a coma only gets to be about like 5 feet by 5 feet. Is that not right?
I think
Or
it
is
would get bigger than that, but it is very much like Caroline said, a weeping habit kind of plant. It blooms white in the summer. It's an underused crepe myrtle, I think. I really like it.
And I feel like those little seed heads will look really pretty in the winter once those
sure
leaves
will.
drop, which is going to happen very, very soon.
Mm-hmm.
It has some winter interest, and it's not just straight up like most crepe myrtle that you see.
That's right.
And then we'll go ahead and move to what we have on the table. So prairie drop seed is what's in front of me right here. And Austin, put your hand in that. There we go. Yeah, look at that. It is orange. It's yellow. It's still got some green in it, and it's got some red. So it is throwing so much fall color. Bridget was actually shocked by how much fall color these have on the lot this year.
Bridge.
Shout out Bridge. She was happy we brought these in. Maybe not the daylilies, but these.
It's okay.
And then that very dense little tiny grass that you're seeing in front of the prairie drop seed, that's going to be little red fox, little blue stem.
That's cute.
That is very
Careful how
cute.
you say
Little
that.
red fox.
Very careful. You've said it really quickly, and I was impressed by that.
Yeah.
In a very high voice. And then those daylilies that Austin has already talked about, he grabbed this tray and he said, Caroline, look. And then Bridget turned around and she was like, daylilies?
Yeah, she put her nose up a little.
But you're not supposed to mention her name about that.
We've mentioned it about
That's right.
10 times when it comes to
Never
daylilies.
mentioned Bridget on the program.
No.
So it is throwing some really good fall color, yellows, and I even see oranges. And in the middle, it looks like some red. Or is that a shadow?
I don't know. There's
Nope,
something.
it's not a shadow.
There's something in
It
there.
is true fall color right there.
Rusty.
Rusty. Yeah, rusty is a better word for that. And then, Tyler, if you go ahead and pan up, we've got our lime glow junipers. They're not really lime right
Love
now,
those.
y'all, because in the fall and moving into the winter, they are orange. And then they turn like kind of a deeper color, right?
Yeah.
As it gets colder.
More like reddish, even almost purple tones. What a
And
beautiful
Austin,
juniper.
That is a Juniperus horizontalis, and that is an Andorra.
Sure it is.
I believe so, yes.
Forward.
Definitely
yeah,
a
it's-
sprawly kind of guy.
Those
Looks
old
like an
school-
Isley tag, too.
It is a
It
nicely
is.
tag.
Yeah,
You are
those
correct.
old school folks who may know Andorra juniper, this is essentially a first cousin of that.
Yeah.
But decidedly more orangey and gold cast to it. So it's got a lot of interest.
Beautiful plant.
You know, it's something that I only notice in the fall and winter here. I don't look at it in the spring and summer when I guess it's lime color. And then as the seasons change, I'm always like, oh man, I should get one of those or 3 and plant them because they are so pretty. Then let's talk about our feature plant that Austin wasn't quite so into. This is going to be Eastern Bee Balm. So we've got a beautiful Monarda here. This actually came in with that native shipment that we featured on the show a couple weeks ago.
Great foliage color.
Yes.
Awesome.
Bridget has used these in a couple mixed containers. I think she bought like 3 yesterday. Celeste is going to get one. I don't have one yet. I'll probably need one now. But from what I hear from Bridget, it's not going to be quite as aggressive as some other types of Monarda, like the Jacob Klein, which does take over. Great for an area that you want to fill out, though. She says it's a little more well-behaved. And look at that fall color. So much more fall color than a lot of bee balms actually
Why
have.
wouldn't you want it to take over?
I don't know.
Yeah.
And the blooms are going to be kind of a whitish color.
Ooh.
Very
So
different.
y'all come on out. We're still just packed with plants here at the nursery.
We really are. It's looking great out here.
And the one thing I forgot to mention is that the discount that we gave last week on perennials to all our Bates Rewards members was 20%. We increased that to 25%. So
Hey.
great opportunity to come out and save on all those things. And special shout out to Sarah Bates, who authors the newsletter every week, and she does a wonderful job. And I'm so appreciative of her efforts and my not needing to do that.
That's right.
I really enjoyed it for the 16 years that I did it. But you know what? Time marches on, and she's doing a wonderful job of it. So I encourage you to read that and to subscribe.
Yes.
Right?
Love Sarah. She's
Yeah.
so funny.
Yes,
She's
she
very
is.
funny.
She's very fun. Funny. I have a fantastic time working with her.
Yep.
It is great.
Caroline, great work on this tour of the room.
Thank you. Tyler, did you say something?
Yeah, I did.
Well.
It was just a tiny little fragment of something. As a producer's note, I just want to say for the sale, there are some exclusions. Ornamental grasses, ground cover trays, and vines are excluded from the sale. Also, one other thing that was included in the newsletter, a promotion that is currently ongoing. We're doing a food drive for Second Harvest Food Bank of Middle Tennessee.
Amen.
That's right. So if you bring in a hard good donation, please no glass, has to be non-perishable. You'll get a $10 coupon at Bates Nursery. Also, if you
not
make
expired.
that's right, and it does not expire. And if you make a monetary donation of any amount to Second Harvest, we will also give you a coupon for that as well.
Nice.
Wow.
Thanks,
Equal to
Tyler.
the amount donated?
$10 coupon.
Okay.
Doesn't matter what amount financially you donate.
Okay.
So we're not
Just for
having
clarity.
any minimums there.
Japanese
And
maples are
and
probably
what I was referring to
excluded as well,
not
right?
expired.
Okay.
The food itself cannot be beyond its expiration date.
That's right.
all.
No
Yes.
expired.
So don't clean
Yes.
out your cabinets and bring those in.
Nope, don't
That's
do
right.
that.
Well, I mean, if
But-
they're not expired, it's okay. But
Yeah.
you see that 8-year-old can of chicken noodle soup back there.
Or the beets.
The beats. Oh, Tyler,
Gosh, wow, that
Yeah.
face.
we're getting late into the. I need to see some pictures, man.
Yeah,
Okay.
man.
I
Is it time
think
for photos?
I think it's got to be right. We're getting close, and
I was
need to
going
see
to talk
some
about
pics.
my crossvine, but
Oh,
let's
well-
go to some photos.
Yep.
Caroline, what you got to say about your crossfire?
Go on and say it.
That I got whacked down.
Oh,
My husband decided to do some yard work
Oh.
on his week off of work, and I walked out of the house and he had pulled it all down.
he thought he was doing good.
He thought he was doing good.
He was like, I don't need this vine on the side of my house. I'm gonna take it out.
And he did take it out.
And
He
then you
sure
got
did
home.
take it out. It was massive, and now it's gone.
So what was
He's
your
learned that
reaction,
it's easier to
Caroline?
ask for forgiveness than it is for permission.
Well,
I don't
he
know.
felt bad because he thought it was something
Right.
else. My reaction was
Sure.
shock. Then I text Bridget immediately. And shout out to
told on
Bridget, who bought me a new crossvine yesterday.
Hey,
Aw.
Bridge, that was sweet.
She said, Caroline, I can't let you go through winter without any color for your crossvine. The one I did have is still alive. It's just some very big stems sticking out of the ground right now.
It might.
Year, it'll be awesome.
It'll be fine.
It'll be
I
fine.
just won't
Lord.
get blooms and I don't get that like winter foliage color. But
It's
that
okay.
is okay.
It's gonna come back just great.
Yeah.
Images.
All right,
let's
Ty.
go.
Okay.
Let's see what's first.
Now I'm trapped.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
How about this one, Austin? You want to talk
No!
about it?
I do want to talk about that. Mama, good morning. I hope you're doing well. I got to talk to you last night. You know, I hadn't talked to Mama in a while, and it felt really good to just give her a call. Y'all call your mama every once. So you still got one. Give her a call. You know, if you haven't done it in a while, and I haven't in a minute, and we live close together. I'm going to get to go see her tomorrow, and I'm going to get to see that angel trumpet. Tyler, throw it back up. This is the Brugmansia angel trumpet that I bought for her for, I think, Mother's Day. It is loaded with balloons. In November. Like, we have extended this season so long past. In 2 days, that thing's going to be mush. Yep. But, Mama, enjoy it while you got it. I had her go outside last night. It was kind of rainy. It was dark. She was like, I don't want to go out and take a picture of this in the rain. I'm like, Mom, you got to. It's going to be on the show tomorrow. So she did it for me. Look how much it exploded, Caroline. Like, you remember when I bought that.
Yeah, I've never seen one blooming like that.
Oh, because of this season, the late day. I mean, it's just fantastic. Mama, I love you. You're a saint, and your plant is fantastic. Good morning. Thanks for the picture.
Amazing.
It is worth taking a moment to describe the difference between the angel's trumpet and the devil's trumpet, which, of course, is a Brugmansia that the flowers point up on. So it's easy to confuse what the direction means. I don't know that it means anything. It's just it's the adjective that's been assigned to each of them. So the angel's trumpet points down from heaven, and then the devil's trumpet points up from Hades.
Yeah. Both great plants. I do love them.
Mm-hmm. All right, Tyler, we got another one?
Yeah, actually, Renee this morning sent some photos
of
the Bates compound, and I'm going to switch over to that as I'm feeling. There it is.
Oh.
So we've got a maple tree throwing some good color. That is a deciduous azalea in the middle, and then this is this is just Buckeye, right?
It's parvifloria.
Yeah, bottle brush Buckeye. You know, I was thinking about this last night a little bit, and Renee, I'm so glad you sent this in. And this is the kind of fungal spotting that we have to deal with during the season. Okay, some of the black, lesions, whatever you see on the leaves, that generally when they're green, we're kind of annoyed by. Okay, it's part of nature here. Like, it just is what it is. Late in the season, spotting going on, but I think it adds a little element to the fall color. Yes,
I agree with you.
Yes, like it changes it, and it like that middle picture, that deciduous azalea, like. Gosh, I've never really thought about deciduous azaleas for fall color. Once again, there's another one, Renee, for something that's extended into the season a little longer. And that, to me, is beautiful. Even with those the injurious fungal kind of spots that just live symbiotically with the plant. But in this time of year, it adds an effect, if you ask me. Beautiful pictures, Renee. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And the autumn blaze on the left is...
That's the one I've got. Yeah.
That thing's a monster, David.
I've got the same tree.
It is. It's really done well.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful picture.
We needed to because I planted it after we had a 120-year-old sugar maple removed. So,
that was a few years ago now, wasn't it?
Yep.
Looking good.
I think.
Wow, it's beautiful.
Caroline, did you see the one that we had as a viburnum? I think
we have one from Connie and Kevin, viburnum fall color. So they say, I grew this from a cutting. Wish I knew which one it is. Love the color this year.
Orange.
Yeah, that looks like that might just be Plicatum, Viburnum plicatum. It's similar to what our Shasta that we brought in today. I'm pretty sure that's the exact same species as that. Now, what cultivar I'm going to be able to tell you? Probably not, because the leaves look so similar. But I do think it's a plicatum, and that one has generally the best fall color of all viburnums. And you did it from cutting, so good work.
Yeah, good work,
you
Connie
master propagators.
Yay. And then we got a photo from Melissa. Did you get that one, Tyler?
Melissa?
Is that the green giant?
Green giant arborvitae.
Yeah, I'm working to get that up.
She says, hello, Bates crew. My sister and my husband have green giants surrounding their pool area. After my sister returned home from a weekend trip, she noticed all the brown throughout several of the green giants. She could not find any evidence of bagworms or spider mites. The trees are watered regularly through irrigation. Also, her neighbors recently lost their green giants for an unknown reason. So is the browning a natural shedding or something else? Thanks for sharing your knowledge and all you do.
Hey, no problem. And we've had this question. I bet I've answered it 10 times this week alone. Okay. This week specifically, your arborvitae started to change their color. And this is from the interior of the plant. We planted green giants at the back of the property here at Bates, and ours look exactly like yours. And we are not going to do anything about it because there is nothing needed to do. It is their annual shed that happens every single year. And this year it's been a little bit more evident, I think, just because of the fall color that we've had. Like, the color's a little bit more vivid this year on the arborvitae. outside is on their shed color. So it's more like yellowy brown. Very evident. Nothing you can do. It will naturally fall off itself. If you want to help that process, you can get in there and kind of rake out all the
Leaf blower.
The leaf blower is helpful if you want to get rid of it, but it will naturally shed itself. It is normal.
And it'll be okay.
Because they are a full sun plant, any shading always reveals the foliage that's not being productive to the continuation of the growth of the plant. So it's just a very natural thing. Do not think about it. But yeah, leaf blower works great, or a leaf rake, just kind of rake up in there, or don't do anything.
Yeah, I kind of like the look of it, honestly. A little two-tone look.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing.
We got some brand new arborvitaes in yesterday. So just so y'all know, we got some bald and burlap emerald greens. We got some bald and burlap green giants, okay? They came in literally looking exactly like that.
Wow.
And they're brand new, fresh from the nursery. It's just, that's a part of nature.
It's
That's
what
part
they're
of it.
doing.
Gina wants to know if the angel trumpet is perennial here.
They are. Some are. The gold one specifically is more hardy than any of the other ones, but just know if you do plant them and they do perennialize, sometimes you don't get blooms because our season is not long enough. So I have one that comes up every year, but I haven't gotten blooms on it in probably 3 years or so. Wow. So if you want it to look like Austin's mom's, I would suggest buying one at your local nursery that's a little further ahead and get it in the ground.
Or if you want to preserve it for next year too, take cuttings before this frost. Those stems are going to turn mushy here in the next couple days, so get your cuttings taken now. That plant roots easier than anything I've ever seen in my life. And like Caroline said, if it does come back for you, it's all going to come back from the root system, not from the old sticks. So you can go ahead and clear cut those after this frost.
Very good.
And then Josh, what is this, man?
This is a residence in Long Beach, California that we walked by.
Oh,
Look at that.
Josh.
I stopped.
I want to live there.
Isn't that amazing?
Look at that.
What's that on the left?
It's a pencil.
It looks like a sticks of fire pencil cactus, but without my glasses on, it's hard to tell.
That's what it
far
is.
away.
It's like to me.
That's exactly what. On the right looks like a big old euphorbia.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That is amazing.
Beautiful picture.
Just stunned. I mean, it even stopped my my wife. She went, oh.
Yeah.
So
I love succulent gardens out there.
That's fantastic.
I mean, that's the landscape feature. I mean, it's just amazing.
It is.
So
Wow.
Great
Awesome.
I'm glad you snapped that photo, Josh.
Great.
Here's the music.
And that wraps it up.
yes, it does.
We're done.
Well, we're not done. We're just done for today.
We're done for this week.
Yes, we are. But next Saturday, we'll come back and do another Gardening Inside Out program if everybody's willing.
I'm willing.
Okay, everybody's good.
I'll be
Me
here.
too.
I'm in.
We hope that you are willing to join us as well. And hey, if you're out there, like, subscribe, share, tell your neighbors, wake the dog, and everybody knows that at 8 o'clock next Saturday morning, we'll be here for a live program where you can interact and ask questions. Hey, and for everybody here at Gardening Inside Out in Bates Nursery, we appreciate you being here. We'll see you next Saturday morning.